you know Lucky Spencer?
Looks like yours just ran out.
I'm all in if you are. In that case, I'm intrigued.
It's a matter of life and death.
Just give me a minute. I think I've earned that.
What do you know about this guy?
Anna's speech about fighting crime was laughable, especially considering she let a known felon escape and even helped him. People aren't stupid. Stop writing such nonsensical material. Kristina has always been impulsive, but now she's being portrayed as reckless. She took her dad's gun, and now both Sonny and Alexis are on the police hit list because of it. And as for the Holly and Lucky situation, it's so dragged out. Just bring Lucky back to Port Charles already. The scenes with Holly are terrible. She's been portrayed as rogue before, but this level of selfishness is despicable. Robert would be horrified, though probably not surprised. Holly only cares about the diamond, while poor Lucky is stuck in this ridiculous storyline. As for Anna, she needs to leave Jason alone, and honestly, she should go too. It seems like Portia and TJ are headed for an affair, and I wouldn't be surprised if Portia ends up pregnant. If Sonny ever finds out Alexis threw his gun in the water, I can totally see Jason dragging the lake with a net at 2 a.m. to find it. I don't know if it'll come to that, but I could imagine Sonny ordering Jason to do it. Monday's episode was the worst yet. Jordan taking down a guy while wearing heels? What a joke. What's her purpose on the show anyway? And as far as Anna goes, it's time for her to go too. Elizabeth, completely useless. And GH, please tell me that the wellness center wasn't your best effort. The treadmill looked like something for a dog, and the one-weight bench looked fit for a middle schooler. Curtis is supposed to be the head of this center, and it looks like the equipment was ordered from Amazon. At least it gave us a good laugh. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The current storylines are so boring. Why sideline good characters just to bring back Lucky and Holly? The whole Kristina and Molly situation is completely off the rails. And now Anna wants to be the perfect cop, seriously. I used to like Anna when she had an edge, some good, some bad. Now she's just this law-abiding goody two-shoes. It's like she's forgotten her past, and I don't like this version of her at all. Has Molly always hated Kristina this much? Is she jealous? She seems to hold a grudge against her sister, and she knows TJ has never liked Kristina. She's so worked up, it's going to land her, her mom, and Kristina in jail. Why isn't anyone sitting her down and reminding her that the baby wasn't even hers yet? She was wrong about the funeral, and she's wrong about how she's treating Kristina now. I wish I could jump into the soap and slap some sense into her. Anna's character has become a joke. She's disappointed in Jason, yet she used him to save Valentin. Her tears mean nothing. She follows the law only when it suits her, and now she's going after Sonny. It's all just a means to an end. Honestly, if you don't like the show, why watch? Sure, silly stuff happens. It's a soap opera, but the actors are doing a great job carrying these stories. If I don't care for a character, I just fast forward through their scenes. GAH really started going downhill when the focus shifted to the Nina show, and Sonny wanted to be with someone else. After 60 years of watching, starting with the first episode on April 1st, 1963, it's hard to believe this is the same show I used to love. It's sad to see what it's become. Anna keeps proving she can't be trusted, yet she keeps running to Jason. What's up with that? And as for Drew, he doesn't deserve Jason as a brother. Jason is doing way better than Drew right now. I'm over the whole Lucky and Holly thing already. And Molly, Kristina, and TJ need to take a long vacation. These storylines are going downhill fast. The Kristina and Molly story has dragged on enough. Side note, I'm Team Molly, but that's a whole other conversation. Kristina is being so careless about the gun, like she's not even fazed that it's missing from her purse. She hasn't put two and two together that she could be a suspect. On the bright side, I love Diane. Her yelling at everyone is awesome. Keep her on the show. Whatever happened to Scotty? I thought Jagger had him, or maybe he was with Lucky. I'm sure I saw a scene with that. Also, I'm dying to see Liz and Lucky back together. And Drew and Willow, they make me want to gag, though I was kind of into Nina and Drew's storyline. But overall, there's just too much going on, and these stories keep dragging on and on. I don't understand how Anna can act so self-righteous about law and order when she helped Valentin, a known criminal, escape. Why won't the writers let her face the consequences for that? She should get caught and pay for what she did. I can't stand her, and don't get me started on Portia and her irritating voice. We know Portia is going to alter Heather's medical records, and of course, she won't get caught because it seems like the writers only go after Sonny. Everyone else can break the law and get away with it. I really wish they'd get rid of both Portia and Anna. I fast-forward through all their scenes. I'm so sick of Anna, Kristina, and how they're portraying Sonny as a cold-blooded killer. Why? How are the writers going to redeem his character now? The way Sonny has been written in the past few years has been so disappointing. And why isn't Kristina being held accountable for backing out of her surrogate contract with Molly and her husband? She wasn't the mother of the baby, she was just the carrier. Why isn't anyone calling her out for that? Honestly, I hope Molly prosecutes Kristina, not just for the gun, but for everything else. That would be pretty entertaining to watch. If Kristina tells the PCPD that she took the gun to harm herself, she might end up with a light sentence to a mental health facility, unlike her mother, who disposed of the gun. Kristina shouldn't confide in Molly. Molly doesn't care about her or Alexis. She's just a control freak who wants to know everything. If Kristina or Alexis confide in her, Molly will just weaponize that information as payback for Kristina wanting to raise Adela. It's despicable what GH is doing with Sonny, having him murder someone and then getting his family to help him evade justice. That's about as immoral as it gets. And Diane has lost all my respect. She's supposed to be an officer of the court, as Rick Lansing reminded Elizabeth. Watch Sonny let Alexis go to prison for his crime. The writers need to make this right. Sonny should finally pay for what he's done. Kristina just needs to come clean and admit that she was the one who stole Sonny's gun. And then Alexis needs to fess up too, that she made a huge mistake by throwing the gun into the river. Alexis could face charges for obstruction of justice, and honestly, she deserves it for making such a dumb decision. I love Alexis, but sometimes she does things that leave me shaking my head. Lately, it seems like she's been making poor choices more often. In a way, this whole mess is on her. She told Sonny to turn himself in when Jason already had everything under control, and Kate's so-called case against Kristina was about to fall apart anyway. Anna is really starting to get on my nerves. She's trying to pressure Jason into turning on Sonny after he helped her let Valentin escape. And let's not forget, she got to spend a few cozy nights with him, even slept with him. Anna's a complete hypocrite, and I'm so tired of it. Molly, on the other hand, is finally standing her ground, and I'm loving it. She's not holding anything back anymore. Go Molly. Carly continues to show how selfless she is. She immediately responded when Elizabeth reached out for help, and she wasted no time in going to Brennan for assistance. Carly may be impulsive at times, but she's always ready to help others. I'm definitely Team Carly. As for Kristina and Molly, enough with the arguing. Both of you are in pain, and you're lashing out at each other, but this has to stop. You're sisters, and you need each other now more than ever. Your mom loves all three of you equally. She's not going to choose between you. You both need to sit down, talk things through rationally, forgive each other, and start fresh. I'm incredibly excited about Alexa Heavens joining the show as the new Lulu. She was fantastic as Babe on All My Children, and she's got her acting skills down to an art. Trust me, she's going to be amazing in this role. If you haven't seen her work, go back and watch her old episodes on All My Children. She was masterful as Babe. I can't wait to see what she brings to the role of Lulu. At Alex's house, Kristina and Molly are grappling with their shared loss. Yes, TJ lost his biological child, but he was controlling and inconsiderate throughout the pregnancy. Shouldn't that have raised red flags for the future? Why wouldn't Kristina be concerned for Molly? And why didn't Molly step in to address TJ's behavior? It makes you wonder, if TJ or Molly ever left, would he still have more rights as the biological dad, even if they adopted? It was unsettling that Molly wasn't more involved during Kristina's pregnancy. Where was the bonding? Rubbing her belly, attending doctor visits, shopping, planning for the baby, or even Lemay's classes? These could have been great moments for the baby to recognize Molly's voice and create lasting memories. And let's not forget, Kristina, as the baby's aunt, would always have been a part of the child's life. Molly and TJ often came second while growing up. Molly with Alexis always rescuing Kristina, and TJ with Jordan's demanding police work. Though Jordan eventually made time for TJ, Alexis never realized how constantly saving Kristina impacted her relationship with Molly. It's understandable that this loss became their breaking point. Tragically, the one thing that finally put Molly and TJ in the spotlight was taken away, leaving a painful void. As for Jagger, after all the noise he made trying to bring Sonny down, it's shocking that he ended up on the wrong side of Sonny's gun. Rest in peace, John Jagger Cates. The 1990s version of your character will live on. But honestly, I hope the man Sonny shot was someone impersonating Jagger. It would explain a lot, because Jagger went down far too easily. I expected him to put up a fight, but this version of Jagger walked right into Sonny's ambush like it was nothing. It really does seem like TJ harbored negative feelings toward Kristina even before the pregnancy, and he just kept it bottled up until things got worse. The tension between them has been palpable for a while, but the pregnancy brought it all to the surface. Monday's scene with Alexis, Kristina, and Molly was a standout. You could really feel Alexis' heartbreak being caught in the middle of her daughters. When Molly brought up TJ, it was like the first time Kristina fully understood that he's suffering too. The look on her face said it all. And Molly's confession that she had come to terms long ago with the fact that Kristina received most of the attention was raw. It was such a dynamic scene, and all three actresses did an incredible job. They deserve all the praise for that moment. Interesting backstory about Gannon, being Nora Hannon Gannon Buchanan's grandson and Rachel's son, who is Nora and Hank's daughter, adds another layer to the web of character connections. It's always nice to see nods to legacy characters. I agree with you about some of the hurtful comments regarding Kristina and Molly. Grief, especially after losing a child, is so personal, and it's unfair to criticize how someone handles it. Everyone processes loss in their own way, and saying they need to grieve like adults is just insensitive. If someone doesn't understand grief, it's better for them to remain silent rather than impose their views on such a delicate situation. As for Anna, her hypocrisy is becoming more glaring. She has no right to judge Sonny or Jason when she's had her own moral failings. Anna's involvement in helping Valentin escape consequences for his actions, especially after he messed with Sonny's bipolar meds, shows she's willing to bend the rules when it suits her. Her actions directly contradict her supposed commitment to justice, which makes her stance even more frustrating. And if Portia really did tamper with Heather's test results, I wouldn't mind seeing her face the consequences. The idea of her losing her license would be an interesting turn of events, and it might finally put an end to some of her more frustrating storylines. So if Jason destroys the actual weapon, even if they recover the gun Alexis threw into the water, the ballistics won't match the bullets that killed Jagger. What's next for Anna? I'm guessing Alexis might get arrested and thrown in a cell. But if the bullet ballistics don't match, there's no case. Who knows how the writers will spin this? looks like it's a stay tuned situation. There's talk that Molly and TJ plan to either keep Kristina out of the child's life or let her be a part of it. But where does it say that being a surrogate gives someone a right to a relationship with the child? Alexis has consistently supported Kristina while failing to show the same support for Molly. It's been non-stop Kristina, which is poor parenting on Alexis's part. My heart broke for Molly today. She poured her heart out to Alexis about feeling unloved and unsupported, and all Alexis could do was focus on Kristina. I've never disliked Alexis more than I do now. Molly, please stay away from them. In Alexis's defense, she did warn her daughters that having Kristina as their surrogate might not be a good idea. TJ only agreed to it to make Molly happy, which was a big mistake. Even with legally signed adoption documents, it was a risky move, especially given Kristina's dramatic tendencies. TJ was absolutely right about Kristina. Rick, Alexis, and her flaky daughter will just pull Molly back in, only to hurt her again. Kristina, after losing the baby, had to rub it in by bragging about how she carried the baby for months. She couldn't even let Molly have a moment of peace in Irene's death. Instead, she had to broadcast how she was keeping the baby, showing no care for how she shattered her sister's heart. Molly needs to cut them off. They clearly don't care about the way they continuously hurt her. It's amusing how the same people who cheered Molly on for telling Alexis off are the same ones who argue that there's never an excuse to speak disrespectfully to a parent, and who think Joss is a spoiled brat for speaking harshly to Carly. Soap fan hypocrisy is truly something else. Lucky and Liz have been a super couple and legacy characters since the 90s. Their early years were magical, but JJ's departure in '99 marked the end of that era. Recasting with Jacob and then Gray didn't capture the same magic. JJ's portrayal of Lucky was unique, and keeping him presumed dead until he could return would have been preferable. The fact that Liz finally slept with Lucky and it was Jacob still feels off. Lucky and Liz will likely reunite, but has too much time passed for viewers who don't know the history. Watching scenes with Liz and Lucky's Irish wife, Savin, and Lucky's hallucination about Liz showed how powerful JJ's acting was. Those were GA's magic moments, which we might not see again. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.